Good morning, everybody. Today we have two plans. I'm not sure if the second one's going to happen, but I guess we'll find out because we were invited, so we're not sure of how it's all going to go just yet. The first one is like a historic stone house. There's apparently a lot of history there. We're going to go find out what kind of history they got. We have a special person that's coming just for us to tell us about the history of the place, and apparently it's really cool. So we're going to check that out. The second one's a resort. The weather's not really looking good for a resort type of day. So we'll see, because here in Iloilo, we have shown lots of shopping malls. We've shown you like just places to go and visit, that kind of thing, but none of the tourist stuff. And I think we're gonna do a lot more of that coming up for the next 30 days. Where are the beach places? Where are the cool resorts? Those kind of things. So if you're just coming here to visit, you'll know where to go. Look at that beauty. Woo! I'm excited. Bringing her on my shoulder. Shoulder? No. Elbow. Elbow? Let's go with elbow. All right, first stop is Arevalo. This is a beautiful area that we actually have visited a few times when we were looking for one of our cats that went missing. And the plaza, like many of the plazas here in Iloilo, has all been redone. And this one is very beautiful, and it has this beautiful church here that is open air on two sides, and when mass is going on, wow, you can feel it. You can feel the energy coming off of the church from all sides, even if you're not in the church itself. At night, we've been here at night, and it's so well lit. It looks so beautiful and just flourishing with people. So we're getting a tour here, and by the way, this is David.
Hi.
And way up there with Bianca is Joey, and they are taking us around today. And they moved to Minnesota how long ago?
We moved from Minnesota in 2020.
Right, but when did you leave the Philippines?
Oh, like 13 years ago.
Okay, 13 years ago. And did you guys meet in Minnesota?
No, we met online.
Oh, you met online. Oh, that's fantastic. And so now they're back. They've retired from Minnesota, and they're back here in the Philippines to live permanently. And I'm sure you're enjoying the weather better than Minnesota right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, no question about it. By the way, say hello, Joey.
No snow plowing.
Yes, no snow plowing.
Yeah. And you don't worry about driving.
Right, right.
Yeah, so.
All right, so if you go over to the far side here, I don't know, is this for, is it like where the priests?
Tell them about the house.
That's a convent.
That's a convent. That's what I was wondering. Okay. Look at this.
Wait, Jojo.
So even if there isn't enough seating for everybody, you can be out here and still watch mass taking place. Oh, we can go right in.
Oh, this is almost like you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
It's very grand.
That's
Very extravagant, isn't it? Wow.
That's the Santo Nino, right, Joey?
There's the Santo Nino. Oh yes, definitely. Look at that shrine. Wow. I feel like that's real gold plating.
Yeah.
Look at this altar. Unbelievable. Beautiful airflow in here. Also, you're not going to get too sweaty here. They even have those really big fans that got very popular in America. So between that and the airflow going right through in here, very comfortable you'll be in here. No need for air conditioning or anything. Keeps costs lower. It's really impressive. And they even have modern touches here where they have, for people that can't see, you know, because you're at the back, they have TV monitors on all the different sides here, including on both sides of the altar. So it's modern and the past in one place. If you live in this whole neighborhood here, which has got like Princedale and I think Oakwood. Does that make sense? There's another subdivision, I think it's that name, in this neighborhood, which is several blocks away from here. You can hear the service, the organs, everything, everywhere, because they broadcast it throughout the whole neighborhood. People that grew up here have grown up here for decades and decades, and maybe several family generations, and then have never left. Most people have their ancestral homes here, and it is a really, really beautiful place.
Because every morning I have my coffee.
Okay, so we finally were able to read the plaque here and get a good understanding of how old this church is. And it is very old. The church was first founded in 1581. That's when the church was first built. But then in 1637, the church burned down. It didn't get rebuilt again until 1868. But the Centenino that is in here, that is from 1582, remained. They still had it here, even though the church was burned down. And then, so it was rebuilt in 1868. Then, of course, World War II. In 1942, the church was burned down again. And it was rebuilt again in 1948. But then 1976 came along, and an earthquake leveled the church and caved the belfry in. But then it was rebuilt once again, and it was completed in 1986. And so the church has survived so many disasters, and yet here it is, standing tall. Pretty cool. Bianca found a kitten. Kitty! Oh, it doesn't want you. It doesn't want you.
He knows who really has, like, everything going.
Huh?
Oh. Joey.
All right, our next stop, which is just down the road here, is called Mama's Kitchen. And here at Mama's Kitchen, they also make handkerchiefs. And Princess Diana would order her handkerchiefs here. How incredible is that? And apparently this place is really beautiful, and they have like a car inside and everything. We're looking forward to taking a look at this place.
They have the miracle fruit.
Oh yeah, the miracle fruit.
It looks a little like coconut.
Yeah.
Or a melon.
And we can't tell you what people claim medically, what happens when you
But it's
have
cool.
miracle fruit.
It seems very cool.
But you can look it up.
Huh?
Hello. Good morning. So here they are.
Where are you going? Oh, you're buying something then.
And so this is where they can make these handkerchiefs. As you can see, it's made by hand. It's loomed. And that's your weaver. Oh, wonderful. So as you can see, it's still done in the old style. Smile with a mask.
Do you want to bring a river, sir, at your place?
Oh yeah? You know where I live?
Something's
So this is a sample,
Yes, sir.
wow, of a finished product here. That if you were here 20 years ago, might have been ordered by Princess Diana.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful. You see
And this is our model, sir.
Yay!
Wow.
This is the model. This is how you model it.
Yes.
So this is a little larger than a handkerchief.
It's like a shawl.
Yeah, this is a shawl. Okay.
It's like a panuelo,
You
sir.
see them in a lot of
like that,
They
sir.
call it what? Panuelo, right?
Panuelo, ma'am.
Panuelo, they call it.
You see them in a lot of like formal wear, especially like in the olden times. In the olden times, like maybe 20 years ago, you could see that more often.
We're getting special access, so we can see Lady Di's letter. It's all under renovation right now, as you can see, which is, wow, you can see the historic bones of this whole house here, and it is beautiful. When was it first built?
Maybe 1870.
1870, so it's 150 years old basically.
original is the original clothing, like up to the original clothing.
Wow. Joey's roots is this area. So when you were growing up here, you grew up with the same people, with the school with the same people, and so everybody seems to know everybody. So we're very lucky to have Joey and David here, because Joey just seems to know everyone. Everybody in town keeps coming up and saying hello. Look at the original woodwork here. Look at this. Not straight up and down like you could imagine. So the character of it is unbelievable. Sorry, excuse me. See, there's another example. Wow. That's incredible. Oh, look at this one. Construction of the 1870s. My goodness, amazing. Thank you guys. I don't know if the plaque's available anymore. Under here is a 1948 Fleetmaster. Oh, look at that. That was in the house, and now they've moved it out here because of, obviously because of the construction. But he's invited us to come back when all this construction's done in May. And look at this, a classic car in the Philippines. Not very common, I gotta tell you. I've actually never seen one. I'm sure there are, don't get me wrong, but I haven't seen one yet. So you can just imagine back in the 1950s, this cruising through the town. What a sight that would have been.
My dream is to have a car like this one day.
All right. And so these are the cashews here for the kasui that they make. And it's like a cookie, a baked cookie, and kasui is cashew.
We have some.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't there when you were doing that.
We got some.
Mama's Kitchen. Oh.
Crunchies. I don't know if they're in here, but she graced us with two flavors. One is mango, and one is guinea pig, which I don't actually know what it is, but
I sometimes call you that.
Thank you. It's delicious, I'm assuming.
Oh, is that the assumption you're making?
I always make assumptions.
All right, well, we're definitely going to come back here in May because I think this will be really fun.
And it'll be cool because we've seen it as it's under construction, so seeing the final product will be like 10 times cooler.
Somebody just got really excited. She's like, hey, we're all having oyster. Wow, that's enormous.
I couldn't even like imagine that being in the wild.
Neighbors' dogs are all barking right now. A dog must have walked by. Thank you, take care, see you next time. Thank you, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you, talk to you soon. All right, on with the tour. Next destination, we'll find out. Next up is Balay ng Bato.
Yeah,
she's celebrating here. And look at that, another old historic house. The date I think she's on here, but there's like built in 1865. There is so much historic houses and buildings in this one area.
I finally feel like an Iloilo tourist now.
Right?
So we've been living here so long, but we haven't done any of the like actual tourist destinations.
She's got her camera. Look at this, look at this. You're fitting a stereotype right now, I gotta tell you.
I enjoy that, okay? I'm happy. Look at this, wow.
Wow is right.
1865.
And you have another loom here. And it looks like maybe a tablecloth they're making. Oh wow, so as you can see here, they have some shirts here that they make, and they've got some jewelry and other odds and ends. Another shawl. Wow, this reminds me of like an old tavern. Doesn't it have that look? I love how original everything looks. What the heck, it's so beautiful.
This place is so beautiful. Everything looks like so vintage and really nice. And I just wanna, I would love to spend an evening here to eat.
Well, now we've learned something. The reason why these posts are showing up so prevalent in these homes is because back in the day, that showed you, well, showed everybody, how rich you were. So the number of posts you had in your home of this stature and size, remember, Philippines doesn't have a lot of this wood, determined your wealth and your place in society. They have 24 of them here. They were balling.
Big money moves.
Money moves.
Big money moves right there.
So when you start the tour, they have a whole official tour here. They show a whole video, and that gives you a good explanation of what you're going to, you know, what everything is that you're going to see. And then you can obviously go for the tour itself. And then of course, you have to try out the food, because the food is remarkable, and it's been going here for, well, over 100 years, made a certain way, and apparently it's made very delicious. So we're gonna find out. But in the meantime, I was just like, wow, look at this. Yeah, the furniture that you see in here, hand built, over 100 years old, really, really pretty. Another thing is what do they call it? Capiz? I think it was Capiz windows or Caprice windows, something like that.
Yeah, Capiz windows.
Capiz windows.
They can handle typhoon.
They can handle extreme wind, extreme heat, that kind of thing, like blocking out the heat. And so when you see these things, these type of windows in these homes, you got to imagine they've managed to work through all these storms throughout the years and still be intact.
And those
So,
are shells.
oh, it's made of shells.
Yeah.
Cool.
Crazy, right?
All right, they want us to keep moving because the owner is here, or is it the owner or the owner's representative?
The owner.
Oh, the owner itself. Wow, okay. And she has to fly to Manila, so she says, okay, I got a little bit of time for us, and we're gonna go right now and meet her.
It's like a museum.
It is a museum. Isn't it a museum? I feel like it's treated like a museum now. The stairs were originally very steep and made steep. So you have to kind of walk sideways when you walk up so that you don't get injured or hurt.
So welcome to the soul of the city.
Thank
So
you.
this is of course a arquitectura mestiza, based of course from our Bahay Kubo. It's a cube house, cubo. So it has to be raised up to the ground, from the ground, raised up from the ground so that you allow the overflow of the river to pass through. We are a port city, so all the galleons would stop by Fort San Pedro. We can accommodate the galleons coming from Europe. With the opening of Suez Canal in the middle of 1850s, so travel time was cut into half. So we get to purchase the goods from Europe. And it was easy, so they come over and then they settled. So we have Lebanese, of course we have the British, Nicholas Loni introduced the sugar industry, and of course we have the French. So we have also the inspiration from a lot of people. We have the Dutch ceiling, we have the English Tudor black and white, and of course basically this is a tropical house. So all sides open to windows.
Oh,
Come in.
which is
Now,
beautiful.
you, of course, this is the warrior's door. If you see intruders coming in, you can scale this, and you throw spears. Or you pass a bolo under the door.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
That's to protect you.
Very defensive.
So we have also to do a bato. So that's why this is called Balay na Bato. The walls are stone. This is also called the house on wooden legs with a stone skirt. The wooden legs are the 24 posts coming from So the walls are Victorian, it's a board and pattern. The stamp piece goes. the ventilation, ventana, ventanilla, hot air up and cold air seats. So you won't.
The airflow in here is absolutely amazing. You don't need fans, air conditioning, anything. They do have some fans that are not on, by the way. But you can feel the air flowing right through, and they have it all the way around. So it's 360 degrees. And then when you have separation of rooms, you'll notice right over that door over there that they have like grates or grills, that kind of thing, in amazing architecture to allow the air to flow from one room to the other. And so this beautiful room is where you can come and dine with the beautiful cool air coming in and all of this architecture around you and the old antiques all the way around. Wow, wow. It's like right out of a movie, doesn't it look that way? What? All right, chocolate espresso. Does that mean there's any coffee in it? Is there any coffee in it? No. It must be because of the size, perhaps, and that is why they're calling it espresso. They have a farm on Garamas Island. They've invited us now to go check that out one day, where they grow their own cocoa, and that's right from farm to fresh. Delicious. They were saying that back in the day, they would have two different names for it. I don't know if you heard. Hopefully the audio worked, but she was behind the camera. And that is, they would give like a watered down version to second class citizens, and the chocolate espresso was given in the full, strong, potent version to the first class citizens. And there was a lot of things that were different back in the day. Like if you were a second class citizen and you wanted a meeting or anything with the family that were here, because it was very politically connected type of thing, right? You would only meet on the first floor if you were a second class citizen. If you were a first class citizen, you would be allowed to come up to the second level here. Obviously that's not a thing anymore. This is a long time ago, back in the whole aristocrat type of life. But very, very interesting nonetheless.
But this is amazing. I'm excited to try the chocolate espresso. We've had some before, but I've been told that the ones that they make here are much different.
Yeah, a little different ingredients.
So
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Not only do they have the farm on Garamas, they actually have a farm that's near like the Vista Mall Savannah area, where they grow all of their own papaya, that kind of, and all their vegetables. And so everything is all made internally, like incredible. So if you want to book out this whole area, she was saying you have to give her 1 day's notice so that they can get the vegetables from the farm. I was like, what kind of an event space like this, beautiful like this, only needs 1 day notice to cater a large event?
They're made out of bamboo
Them.
slabs.
That's impressive. Let's eat. Let's have the chocolate. I want to see how it tastes like.
Yeah, we do. We sell that. We sell that.
Ring the bell? You had too much.
Yeah. That's when the ghost will arrive. Yes.
Oh.
I can assure you there are no ghosts here.
Okay, so one thing that Bianca noticed and pointed out is they still have tin plates.
I did not point that
That's
Look
an
at that.
American enamel plates.
You can go ahead and throw them around. No, don't. But I'm saying, at least if they dropped on the ground, nothing's gonna break. So they lasted forever, which is amazing. All right, we're gonna try this chocolate now. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I know
I
she's
love
excited.
chocolate.
Yes, no question. She loves chocolate.
Intoxicate too. It's liqueur because
Too much.
it's fermented.
Too much will intoxicate you. It sounds like a challenge, doesn't it?
Right?
Yeah, you get drunk.
You're gonna get drunk on chocolate?
Yeah.
Yes.
fermented.
Because it's fermented. You
Don't tell Bianca this. You know she's gonna be like, can I get 10 times more?
we harvest it and then we ferment it for 7 days and then we do
Oh.
a solar drying.
my God.
It's like a liqueur.
Wow.
This is not what I was expecting. We just had it at Mapple's farm, right? And it was beautiful. It was lovely.
Beautiful. More
But
breakfasty.
it's
This
breakfasty
is much
and chocolatey.
different.
This is like a liqueur. This is delicious. I'm about to get drunk.
Yes.
Nice fruity taste.
Slow down, Bianca.
It's true. There is a fruity taste
I'm
to
a
it.
third generation owner of that recipe. My Lola used to sell that for
And here is the papaya.
the red lady
That's grown very, very near us.
Yes.
Red lady papaya. Whoa. Sounds fancier, doesn't
This
it?
is a
Red
walk
lady
in the
papaya.
past.
Yes, yeah.
I wonder what it's gonna taste like though. We have papaya at home, but it's not Red Lady.
Music, the ambiance, the food, like the table setting.
Yeah, are we in
everything.
Spain right now, or?
This yes came from our island in Limaras.
So this is the mabolo. It's a Philippine peach,
Peaches, local peaches.
and they grow on the malave tree.
Which just happens to be right there.
That's the family name of Lolo, Melocotones, Melocoton.
The family name of Lolo.
Yeah, the Spanish word for peaches is Melocoton.
Wow. Is it a Filipino word too?
No, it's not. It's a Spanish
Oh,
word.
it's just a Spanish word. Okay.
The Filipino word
This is
Mabolo.
so interesting.
Mabolo.
And then it smells good. It smells so good, right? Oh gosh.
That was delicious.
These are what we love.
Yeah, and we got to hear about so much history of the area, of the people. It was really, really an amazing experience.
So magical.
We're gonna go and see a fish pond and maybe
Yeah,
something
there's a house
else.
at this end
And a
of
house.
fish pond. And the fish pond even has its own story. Everything has its own story here,
It does.
which is just
It does.
magnificent, you know?
Yeah, let's go look.
Sideways.
All right, let's sit down, watch Happy Days or Leave It to Beaver. You ready to watch Leave It to Beaver?
I know all of those references.
Oh, you do?
Dave, that's why we're called the Balay na Bato yung the walls.
Yeah.
And it's famous by Mount Post.
All the damage you see here on the wall is because her husband, when he was young, would practice his tennis here, and the tennis balls would do damage to the walls of the house. Just the limestone and plaster that goes on the
That
outside.
limestone is Mount
Something to
Post
always
area.
remember right there. Yeah, see? Kids were being kids even back then. So this lovely house here is now a bed and breakfast. And it was the original house that they would live in, and now it's been all converted. And it's really beautiful. So right away, you'll see there's a whole dining area here.
The guests can come in separately.
And you can see the water in the back. So we'll see that soon.
And the chairs.
This side is the bed and breakfast, and it has its own separate door. But then you have this space over here where it looks like a dining room, but it's actually an event space that you can book out. And it's quite extensive. It looks like it seats about
Switch on the light here then.
60 people, something like that, 60 people. The view from every single room in their bed and breakfast is of the fish pond that you can see here. It is really nice, and it's hard to get waterfront view like this. Bianca's taking selfies. She's in love with every minute of it.
Beautiful.
Look at my tables. These are the wheel cart. A cartwheel.
Cartwheels?
That's a cartwheel.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you do cartwheels?
That's a cartwheel.
I can, but
Two
not right
cartwheels.
now.
And that is
that?
it's pulled by
Yeah.
a cow or a
This, you
carabao.
can no longer find this.
So that this is called the.
That's really neat.
See, I mean,
I have to bargain swap it with my cousin. Give me your birthday book. I'll change it with you.
Oh, the breeze is so nice. It's not a hot day, but this is just beautiful.
The pearl wood,
Look
this
at
is,
the size of this
the root.
table. Malave wood, right from the base, right from the...
Pearl wood. It's B-U-R-L.
So, wow. I
Can't even shake it.
no, of course not. Yeah, that's enormous. Imagine the tree size that was once upon a time.
How old is it? You know,
Okay, count the rings, girl. Count it.
show off the rock.
These are old-fashioned tables.
Everything though, just like
And all the staff here live right here on the property, so they don't have any expenses. And it actually is a really nice house. Wow, model walk. Model walk.
yeah. There's 4 beds, 5 bathrooms.
Wow.
In their stuff.
You moving in?
I don't have to pay rent.
Well, we'll get you a job, don't worry.
Chocolate latte.
No, you get the watered down one. I hope I'm not going to butcher this, but I believe we are in the town of January. No, there's no R. January. No, there's still an R. How do I say it? January. Yeah, I think that's right. In the town of Anyway? January? Something like that?
January. We just say
I know, we're so
J.
foreign, right? We're so foreign. We are down here because we were invited for a fiesta. We have never been to a